lot of reps. Guys making some plays there. I thought, again, not just digesting, their ability to run the ball early was nice to see. Obviously, it was great to see the defense get a bunch of turnovers there. I was really pleased that we got a lot of guys in getting reps, and so we'll be able to evaluate really everybody on the roster that got a good amount of turns.
Sorry. Didn't mean to interrupt you
No,
there. Just coming in today, what were some of the things that you were really looking for, kind of seeing after the team, what they accomplished those first couple practices in fall camp?
Yeah, you're looking for to see how they could execute in a game-like situation. We practiced. This was, number 9, so we practiced 8 times and gotten reps there, but not in a game situation. And so wanted to learn kind of where guys are at. We think we've installed plays and practiced them. Can we execute them? And there was some good and some not so good.
What did you see from DJ? Obviously, he was very impressive, especially in that first drive, and frankly, throughout the rest of scrimmage. What do you think of his performance?
I thought he was in command. He was accurate, going to the right spots with the ball. I think, that first series got some good carries out of Damien and moved the ball there. So, without diving into the tape, I thought he did a lot of good things. And really, all 3 of them made some plays and throws and saying things clean up.
As far as first scrimmages go, what would you say this one was maybe a little better than like some previous ones, or just kind of hard to tell?
I think it's good first scrimmage just because, again, go back to learning where you're at. Obviously, there are going to be some back and forth. Oftentimes, offense, mechanics and things show up in the first scrimmage, which we had today. So we learned a bunch about our group, so I was pleased with that.
Offensive linemen were kind of, were they just mixing them up a little bit, or
just a couple guys not going, nothing long term. But again, the hope was to get a lot of guys reps, so that helped things.
We haven't seen him out here the whole.
Still battling through injury wise. Yeah.
You're halfway through camp now. How do you feel about the progress at this point?
Solid, but still a great urgency that we got to make a nice jump. This is a big week coming up. Just told the team that, early on here, obviously installing, getting some reps, but now it's going to come down to execution with all this stuff. So it's a big week.
Do you limit reps now? Do you start looking at first and second, third team only going?
We'll still get the thirds, some going, but yeah, it's beginning to emphasize the guys that are going to be out there. So a little bit more of that next week, but everybody's going to get reps next week.
What do you think you liked the most from today's scrimmage? Was there something that really stuck out to you, offense or defensive wise, that you were proud of really to see today?
I thought, again, the tackling for the first, from almost 100 plays, the tackling was pretty solid. I thought, our field goal kickers making kicks, a bunch of them. Pleased with that. But I thought getting around the quarterback showed up multiple times. That was good to see. Again, I go back to the run game. I think we can establish something there. I thought we made a couple plays down the field, extending at quarterback, so there's a lot to like.
Jake Reichel, he ran tough. Does that give you a little bit of comfort knowing you don't have Griffin here anymore? That gives you a little bit of support for that room.
You feel good, like he did. He carried it well today. He's getting opportunities because of some transition there, and he's taking advantage of it.
And Thomas Collins seemed to make a number of plays too for a freshman.
Yeah, getting in the backfield, had a couple of sacks, and he's got some natural instinct, and he can move his feet, and create some habit.
Jermod McCoy, we've seen him running with the first team too. Is that another freshman that you think could be?
He's athletic and he's learning, got an opportunity. I'm sure he learned a couple things out there today. But yeah, again, we're giving a lot of guys reps to sort this out.
It seems like DJ is very comfortable throwing on the run. Would you kind of say the same? And what have you liked from him in that regard so far?
He's athletic, but again, I liked how he operated in the pocket, operated in the run game. And Ben did the same. Just, a couple of carries for Ben weren't as good for when DJ was in there, but all those guys can make some throws on the run. Aiden as well.